Hey, I don't know what's going on. I'm having some technical difficulties here this week. I hope you all can see me. I don't know. But I'm going insane. I don't even have my light on yet. Maybe you can see me. Oh, now I blinded myself. I'm just not having a good start. But okay, so I don't know. Another video played. I don't know what's going on. I messed up, but we're gonna bring Katrina on because I see she's here, and maybe she can talk while I try to figure something out. I'm going crazy.
You're going crazy. I'm like, oh look, there's the link. Oh my God, he's already live.
Yeah, it's like my stupid computer wouldn't do anything. I've actually been sitting here since 7 o'clock getting everything ready. Like I'm all ready, and then 8:30, it decided that it didn't want to load another thing from my computer. So,
technology.
Yeah, now I just have to make sure we're actually on Facebook and people can see us because for some reason it never wants to make me be public. I don't know why. And now my phone's going to be. This is just a lovely day. Lovely day all the way around so far. But I die Greg. I don't know. What a way to start out. But we do have a guest this evening.
Woo, and a new webcam. Did you notice?
Well, I don't even notice. I didn't even notice my light was on, so I haven't noticed anything yet.
We don't have the goddess view. We have a normal view.
Oh, that's right. Because before it was like all down here.
Yeah, it was like a weird up angle up my nose.
Yeah. So now my phone decides to shut off. Okay. But anyways, let me find this real quick. Yeah, see, I'm not live. So bear with me. Speak amongst yourselves. Let me give you a topic. What is going on? Why do we park on parkways? We park in driveways and drive on parkways. Okay, I think I got it now.
I'll just show off the book. Like, look, the book is here. And I just shipped so many of these yesterday, guys. I made the poor guy at the post office. He wanted to break his sticker machine for the postage because it kept jamming.
Nice.
He was like, one more time, and I'm shoving a pair of scissors in this and telling him I don't know what happened.
We need a new one. But our guest this evening is, I'm hoping I'm going to pronounce it right. I think I will this time. Ozzy Longoria.
Oh.
And he's not there. Look at that. He's vanished. It was a disappearing act.
I was changing my shirt.
I was going to say, is this Ozzy's laundry? This is a different type of show.
It's our new, it's our new segment.
Show us your laundry bin before you show us anything.
Show us your laundry. But,
right.
I'm still trying to collect myself. I didn't even get to do my opening. We're just jumping right in, and I'm muting my other computer because if not, we're going to hear stuff all night. So there we go. I was like, I've been sitting here for 2 hours ready for the show because like this time I'm going to be ready when it starts. I'm not going to be trying to figure stuff out. And half hour before the show started, my internet decided it needed to be reset. So, and then my computer didn't want to load any pages, and I'm just tired. But we're here.
Yeah. Technology.
Yes, lovely. But I've been 2 weeks ago when I came back from my little hiatus, I decided to do a little bit something different to start the show, and I just talk about a little bit of the news for the last week or so. Most of it, I think, is mostly today, but I just have some stuff jotted down here. Some of it's, people might like. Some stuff that just pertains to me. But one of the main things I read is original cable is back. So Marvel has got rid of Kid Cable.
I thought you meant like cable TV, and I was like, where?
But
was it on a vacation?
Well, everybody went to been streaming stuff on the internet.
So everybody went to streaming services, but classic cable's coming back.
Classic cable's back. Yeah.
I don't think so. I think it's dying.
Yeah, it probably is. As much, Well, as much as it costs, I was doing my math the other day, and I could actually have streaming channels, like a monthly subscription that I would watch on my cable system, and I'll have all those, pay them separately, and I still would pay less for cable than I do to get them all.
That's right. Yeah. I have a
So,
friend who's still paying for cable. It's so much. It's
so
like
am I.
$80. Like
I pay a lot more than $80 a month. That's for sure.
I have
But,
three services. Like I have Disney Plus, I got Hulu, Netflix, uh, and that's less than that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean,
I mean, even if
and I can watch all the sports, all the news.
Yeah, because you can even get any of the other things like, what is it, YouTube Live or whatever that is that you can have all your cable channels, and it's a lot cheaper than cable.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
I don't know but yeah. So that book's coming back. Well, that character's coming back. I'm on the wrong page. Cable Reloaded #1, Al Ewing and Bob Gwynn were working on that book. And I've heard that we finally get a purpose for all of Cable's pouches in that book. Yeah, it's to carry his bullets. So there's your little spoiler. But,
well, not buying that book now.
I spoiled that for you. But I guess earlier today, we also found out that Ironheart, Riri Williams, is going to actually debut in Wakanda Forever. That's actually filming right now. She has her own show coming up on Disney Plus, but they're actually going to introduce the character in Wakanda Forever, which
They're gonna make him an Iron Man, I guess.
yeah, she's gonna be the Ironheart, but I guess in the Wakanda movie we're gonna meet the character, the Riri Williams character. So that movie comes out. It's right now scheduled to be out July 8th of 2022. So it'll be interesting to see how they introduce that character and what that whole movie is going to be about, since there will be no Black Panther. So,
Well, I'm sure there's gonna be a new.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a new Black Panther.
yeah, well, yeah, I have a feeling it'll be a sister, because I doubt they're going to bring in just a new person altogether to be the new Ironheart. But also today, if you didn't know, is the 100th birthday for Gene Roddenberry.
Mm-hmm.
And it was announced today that Adam Mazer is writing a biopic. His son, Rod Roddenberry, is the producer, and they're shopping around for directors as we speak. And they figure it's going to probably be from a big studio. It's not going to be something. So that'll be interesting to see. If you know anything about his life, he was not just Star Trek. Like, he was a pilot in World War II, I believe. He was a cop before he wrote Star Trek. So it'll be interesting to see, how much of that plays into the movie. But I don't know. If any of you are fans of Westworld, the show Westworld on HBO, they were talking about season 4 today. The showrunner, who has a new movie that will be out in theaters and on HBO Max tomorrow, Reminisce or whatever, I can't pronounce that word. But in an interview, she was talking about season 4 of Westworld, which I love that show. I loved it so much, I actually went back and watched the old movie again that I hadn't seen since I was a kid, and it's completely different. But season 4, they say we're going to go to new worlds. We're not sure what that means yet. I know in previous seasons we've seen the Wild West, obviously, feudal Japan, I think in season 2, World War II kind of era, and in last season when they came to the real world, it was like a futuristic type of place. So that'll be interesting to see what new worlds we see in season 4.
I'm not caught up yet on that one. I've been watching the first season and part of the second one.
Yeah, I like that show. It's the, I guess, the psychology of it, like
it's pretty interesting. Yeah.
But also the news: Jonathan Hickman is set to leave X-Men, the X-Men books, after Inferno. I seen an interview that he's not leaving Marvel; he's just moving away from the X books and onto other big X-Men projects. So he says he's going to be their big idea man, I guess. So big events and everything are going to have to do with Jonathan Hickman, which being an big X-Men fan, I'm glad he's leaving. I was never really so hyped up on his whole um, Krakoa kind of X-Men Island. They live forever. They can keep bringing themselves back to life storyline. So glad to see him. But in the same vein of people leaving comics, three big names recently, which I can never pronounce his name, but James Tynion is leaving DC, and it was just announced, I think, yesterday that Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman are leaving Marvel. They're all going to Substack, which is like the big thing now. All these big name creators are jumping from the big two and into that Substack where they can have control of all their properties and all the stuff they do. Yeah, and I was reading, but if anyone knows anything about that, I guess it's only a digital thing. It's like it's a subscription service. You pay it's not cheap as far as I've seen. It's $50 a month or something, maybe more, and you get all these comics digitally. But I've also heard some, I think, Image may be printing, doing the print runs of these books eventually. So I'm not much of a digital reader. I like to hold my comic books in my hand when I read them.
I do too, but it's very convenient when you're like traveling or when you have spare time and you have your phone, just reading comics.
Yeah.
You can mangle your comics and put them in a bag, and you can travel with them.
Yeah.
And I travel a lot, so and I go I like fishing, so I go everywhere, but I bring them in my phone or in my tablet on my laptop. So it's very convenient for me.
So I guess that's like the new, and then I guess another thing I didn't put down, I just seen that DC and Webtoons signed some deal where there's going to be some DC characters and stuff going to be having some projects over on Webtoons. I don't know if that's going to end up being like a subscription thing. I know Webtoons is mostly free, so we'll see how that works out. But we're here tonight to talk to Ozzy Longoria. He has a project that is on Indiegogo right now, the Sword and the Sorcerer. If that name sounds familiar, there was a movie in the 80s, a fantasy. It's a big cult, a classic fantasy movie from 82, I believe it was, 1982.
I think it's 84.
Around then, it all mixes together for me at that time.
Yeah.
So, just tell us a little bit about this project.
All right. Well, like you said, it's a movie sequel. It happens 2 weeks after the end of the movie, so we're going to continue that storyline, and we are going to create a new villain, I guess. The evil is coming back. And there's the same characters actually from the movie. We're gonna use them. We're gonna we create that storyline. And the first issue, number 0, is how it comes back, the origin, or the coming back of the. It's not the same villain, but it's kind of like the same villain with a new one.
It's a new
thing. So we're doing that, and we have a great cover artist, Simon Beasley. I'm doing the interiors, the pencils and inks, and also the colors, and maybe the lettering.
Maybe
if I have
one. Yeah. So, like I said, this was a pretty well-known movie in the 80s. So how were you able to get the rights to be able to do this comic book version of it? I mean, you're not like a big name studio like comic book.
Right. So. Well, what happened is that my partner, Jeremy Fraser, he got in contact with the director, and actually we had some dealings with the director, but he's a little sick, so he was dealing with the wife, and then he offered him the rights to another movie of his. It's called Mean Guns.
Yep.
And it's really another cult movie too, a little less famous, but it was also a good one from the 90s, I think.
Yeah.
And so he did an anthology, and he did well. Still, actually, he's still doing it. He's still selling. But he just kept asking. He's like, "Hey, what else you have? You got some more of those comics?" And so he says, "Well, I have the rights of this movie." He's like, "Yeah, give it to me." Well, obviously, he got to pay for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, and everything went from there. We just he actually invited me to first to do the covers and be the artist, but I didn't want to do it. Although I love the movie, but I wanted to edit the book. I want to be the editor, so I said no, I'll pass. And then he came back with a good offer, mostly money.
Yeah. Money talks, right?
Exactly. You know, I always say that we are like artists, like we are like mercenaries or prostitutes. Who knows? It's the same.
Go where there's the money.
That's right. So and yeah, he offered me, and he actually offered me to be the co-editor of the book, and I wasn't gonna color it either, but I didn't like the results of the first colorist, so I decided to jump into and I'm gonna do the whole thing.
Yeah. Awesome. So the director and the creator of the original movie, Albert Pyum. I'm terrible.
No, it's a tough last name to pronounce.
I'm lucky my name rhymes, or I'd never be able to. I probably wouldn't even be able to pronounce my name.
It's Albert Pyum.
Pyum, yes. So did he have any input in this book? Like, did you have to get the script,
approved? No.
The script by him, so he just free reign.
I think there was my partner gave him the like a short synopsis, and he approved it. It's just like, yeah, that's fine. It's actually a really good story. The one that we're doing, we're expanding the universe, so it's a really, really good story. Probably better than the first one, than the movie. The movie actually is very simple, straightforward, but ours obviously we have the opportunity to play with more images, more fantastical, and more with more characters that you cannot do in a movie, unless you use CGI, obviously. But we're talking about a B movie, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna use different monsters. We're gonna use more fantastical stuff.
Yeah, those 80s fantasy movies were pretty limited on what they could do. Like
exactly.
one of my favorite ones from that time was The Beastmaster. I don't know if you ever see that, Katrina? The Beastmaster? Mark Singer. But I just remember like one of the monsters from that was the Mothmen. And they were just like people like in sheets. And they just like wrapped them around each other.
Yep.
And then they dropped the guts out from underneath.
Yeah, it was better limited by the budget, exactly.
Yeah, and like the panther was actually a tiger that they painted black.
Yeah, exactly.
So they got in all kinds of trouble for that. That's like, that was before all these animal rights things. But yeah, you could tell that it was a tiger. You could like still see the stripes through the black paint.
Even the Conan movies were like B movies. Yeah. Like puppets and.
Well, you don't like the old angle, Katrina? You have to go back to the old one.
No, I'm sitting on my couch, and I was sitting crisscross applesauce, and my knees were like, you really need to straighten out your legs.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, I'm switching cameras to the old view.
Yeah, I figured you like, you know what? I don't like this one. Let's go back.
Let's go back to where everybody's like this.
Looking up at you. So you said you have a variant cover by Simon Bisley, right?
Well, yeah, he's the variant cover. He's doing two actually. Well, we're using the same for two. Sketch cover. He sent us the pencils over the canvas.
Yeah.
And we're gonna use that for just to make the sketch cover. And he hasn't sent us the brushes, the painted cover.
Yeah.
But I mean, my partner has seen part of it, and he says it's amazing. So, and I believe it. I haven't seen any bad cover from this guy.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorites for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he's a pretty big name in that like stuff. So, I mean, how did he get involved with the project? Was it?
Well, being that he's one of my favorites, I suggested it to my partner, and he didn't know, and he did some research because we were gonna go with a guy who does the covers for some of the D&D cards, which is really good, like top notch. But he was not available, and he was very expensive. and not that Beasley is not expensive.
Yeah,
he is. But he's a big fan of the movie, and he gave us a break first off on the money, and then we also have sketch cards that he's gonna draw, and so we put a bundle like that, made it better.
Yeah.
So that's how it happened. We just talked to him, and he was very nice guy, and that's how it happened. Just we asked him.
Nice. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at the project here. It's running on Indiegogo right now. Let me bring it up here so we can see it. Maybe if my computer decides it will cooperate this evening. And I hate once I do this because then I can't see. So, all right, can we all see it? Let's make sure we all can see it. All right, so it was received the Sword and the Sorcerer movie sequel comic book. We have 4 days left, and we're at 68% of the goal. So, I mean, that's not too bad. We can get some sharing some of this out, try to get this.
But anyway, even if obviously we're gonna get this money, right? $1,000. So it's we already have the money for the. We already paid the main guys. So
okay,
it's gonna be published no matter what. So
so this is pretty much just to get the shipping and the printing costs.
Exactly.
To make your mail person at the mail office cry like mine yesterday.
Oh, what happened?
Oh no, I live in a small area, and I went over to the post office in the next town kind of over, which is it's like 8,000 people, so still a small town.
Right.
And I walked in with this tote with something like 55 Kickstarter packages in it.
Wow.
And 5 of them were international, so he had to go through all the process of the international shipping.
Oh yeah, that takes a long time.
And the poor people, I'm looking at the people who I thought, it's Wednesday afternoon, this place is going to be dead, it'll be a good time to go. And people just kept coming in, and I'd be like, I'm so sorry. And like, one lady was like, it's okay, congratulations. Everybody else was like, really?
You're holding the line.
Yeah,
come on. And they only had one clerk.
Oh wow.
So luckily, before we finished, there's a second clerk that came in for her shift. But for a while there, I was enemy number 1 at the post office.
Yeah, it's gonna be the same for me because I live in a 3,000 people town.
Yeah.
So
I live in a really small town too, and I have 130 some packages I need to ship.
Yeah.
I didn't even go to the post office in where I live, because I knew that would just be a bad idea.
Yeah. Well, when I ship mine, I'm having them pick them up. So.
Yeah, well, they won't pick them up here, and our post office here where I live is so old-fashioned that they can't even give you like the printed receipt with the tracking numbers on it.
Yeah.
He hands me all these little stickers
Yeah.
with the tracking number on it, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that for 50 packages. Where I have to handwrite on everyone whose package it is. I was like, no.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is that I wouldn't have known like whose it was unless I wrote on it.
Yeah.
And so
you have to like do one at a time. Give me that sticker.
Hold on, I got to flip through 100 little slips of paper to find out which yours is. I know.
Wow, what a nightmare!
Now I've got 1 mile long receipt.
Yeah, I seen it. You posted that picture on. It was on
I posted a picture on Facebook. I was like, I said to the guy, I feel like I'm killing rainforest all by myself. Between the books, the packaging, the labels, and now this receipt. And he reassured me. He's like, "No, honey, there are corporations that have been doing it for decades. You're a newbie at this. Yeah. You're good."
How many people like print out stuff and we get it and throw it away? Like, I'm sure if you get health insurance every year, you get that book that's like that thick,
right?
And you never even look at it. You just.
I still get a phone book.
We do too.
And I'm like,
and it's all yellow pages, pretty much. It's like,
yeah. And I'm like, you know what? I've got Google for this. I don't need this.
We don't need this. Like, nobody has a home phone number anymore, so
yeah, I know.
What's the point of it? But so let's see. Like I said, we have 4 days.
Yeah, after this campaign at the end, actually, we're gonna extend 1 more week on this campaign.
Okay.
And after this campaign on Indiegogo, we're gonna do a Kickstarter too.
Oh, okay.
As soon as it finishes, or probably before it finishes, and we're gonna keep promoting it. Apparently, it's just that we are only 2 guys.
Yeah.
We don't have that much reach. Obviously, we're a new company, and new company, and no one knows us.
Mm-hmm.
We just got lucky with these guys and these rights.
Yeah.
But as soon as people knows, I think he's gonna catch on, and I think it's gonna be better on Kickstarter. We have the PDF.
$3. That's not.
It's worth mentioning that we have some of the best and most affordable perks or rewards.
I mean,
on any platform. We're selling. This is my cover for $5, and obviously the Beasley covers are a little more expensive, but still
$8.
Still only $8.
I mean, that's like. Nothing.
So we're gonna do a series, and we are. I mean, even where we're gonna make a little money, we're trying to collect fans, people who want to invest in the whole series.
Right.
We're looking into just creating this just to put it out there, and the next ones will make a little more money. But for this time, and it's gonna be so cheap. We're also selling the painted Beasley cover, and
a print.
Oh, that's a print too.
Yeah, and a print. Yeah, for $18.
Yeah, and the 3 covers. This is the one of the cheapest I ever seen. $20 for all 3 covers. I'm doing this.
Yeah, that's wow. And so that's the cheer cover. So that's the cover you drew, the Bisley painted cover, and the sketch cover.
Yeah, collector's issue, all 3. Wow.
There's the T-shirt.
So over there we have the T-shirt, the actual Beasley cover, the PDF, and I think there's also a print on that one, if I'm not mistaken. I should open that so I can see.
Yeah, it looks like the T-shirt and
by the way,
in the PDF.
That's the guy, my partner, Jeremy Fraser.
Yeah,
Frazier. He lives in China. That's why I'm in charge of this project.
Yeah, because I try to always like look up the other people that's involved, and I could not find like him on social media anywhere. I was like, oh, he's in China. No wonder.
Yeah. We have communications, and when I'm going to bed, and he's already
waking up. Yeah.
And Joe Severin is my co-writer. He's done a few of my other projects, Doomsday TV, and I think he did. He's doing many other projects with me.
And so this is a commission for $45.
Yeah, very cheap. Also, if you want your face drawn,
not cheap. Never use the word cheap.
Inexpensive.
Okay. Inexpensive.
Inexpensive. Affordable.
Affordable.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's a great way.
Bad. Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you for correcting me there. So if you want to have your face drawn into the comic book, we already sold 3 of them, but we have a few more. We can add you there, and it's also affordable.
Yes. Yeah, for $60.
Yeah, I know that's way less than I usually see something like that.
Yeah, the ones that I've seen, they're like 150, sometimes 100 or 200.
I've seen them at $200.
Yeah. For sure.
And this is blank sketch covers for $60.
Blank sketch covers. Some of those I've done before. I got some over here.
There we go.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I like it.
And I do things that are very detailed. Like, I'm not gonna just do quick sketches. So there's gonna be this is a black and white.
Oh, cool.
That's cool.
And so it's gonna be like very detailed stuff. So.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, I like that. I like that sketch on the back. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to give a little extra, in every single thing that we do.
Nice.
I'm sure they will not regret it. Original. Oh, that's the director right there.
Yeah.
We're selling the sketch cards with his signature.
Oh, wow.
Some of them with the Mean Guns, and some of them for this project, for the Sword and the Sorcerer. So those are collector's items.
That's a collector's item.
Yeah, for sure. So you get one of each. Oh no, wait, you get one in the comics. Yeah.
Yeah,
two comics.
And a signed card.
Yeah.
And on the other side here, we see some of the artwork for the.
Oh yeah, some of the artwork. Yeah, as you can see, it's very detailed.
Yeah, I like, because I do a lot of coloring, and so I'm always looking at how the coloring sets up the moods and things of the pages.
Oh yeah.
And that.
The way I always want to do a book where, depending on the scene, it's the color. Obviously, they're in a cave, so everything is green.
Mm-hmm.
And until they go outside, and then outside is blue, everything blue.
Yeah.
Until they go to the next scene, and it changes. Obviously, there's another one where they're fighting, and they go red, and everything becomes red. So it's based on colors and moods.
Very cool. And you're selling the original pages for $100, and you also get a copy of the book.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. And here we have spoilers on these.
Yeah, cover your eyes. Yeah, some of these.
I've seen it like this one's like there's like the red ear color saying.
Yeah.
And this one's
This
like
is the outside blue. Yeah. By now, I already have a few more pages finished, and there's going to be more to show on the next campaign, probably next week. We're also going to have different perks, rewards.
Like stretch goals, or you're going to have different stuff for the...
Different T-shirts, actually. Yeah. In this in this campaign, we only have the T-shirt for the sword.
Yeah.
But on the next one, we're going to have a different the cover on the shirt.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
And we can add more stuff too. We're trying to do a bunch of stuff with the sword. No one has ever replicated this sword. So we're trying to do the keychains too.
Yeah.
And if we become a little successful later on, we can do the replica, like a big size replica.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Which they have never done that. I haven't seen that anywhere.
I only chuckle because we just moved my youngest son into his first apartment.
Yeah, and he's the sword guy.
And he works for a sabersmith. So they do all sorts of weapons and he took his sword with him to the apartment, but he put it through like the sleeve. It's all in a sheath.
Yeah.
But he put it through the arms of his hoodie. So nobody knew what it was. They were just like carrying it around and sitting out and like knocking into it. And I was like, please, before somebody gets hurt, put that.
Yeah.
This is either brand new carpet or really newer carpet that's been steam cleaned. So before we get blood on it.
yeah, that's dangerous. So you have
because the place he works for, they do they are sharp, you know. Yeah. They're not props. These are real swords, so they're sharpened and
yeah. Some of them they're props, but some people just sharpen them.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but these are made. The company does a lot of work at Renaissance fairs. So he was called me today because he's working at the big Renaissance fair we have here in Michigan, starting this weekend, and it's the Renaissance fair's policy that every vendor has to be in medieval clothing.
Yeah.
He said, "Mom, my outfit cost me about $70. The shoes cost me $100, and I cannot wear them outside of the Ren Fair. They're just not anything you would wear out and about." And I was like, "Well, hopefully you're working there next summer and you can
just keep using them.
A couple of years worth of them, not like 4 weekends worth." Yeah. But they pay him well. He'll make up the money in one day from working at to pay for his outfit. But I was just like, those are some expensive shoes for something you're going to wear 4 times.
Yeah, for sure. Well, he can go to conventions and just wear there.
Right. Yeah. Just tell him to go, you know, and there's enough medieval comics out there that he could, you know, pick a random character and be like, this is who I am.
Say, I am this background character from Prince Valiant in 19...
Didn't you see me on page 5, panel 3?
Yeah.
Right.
I was there. Or you get one of these like this where you can have your face drawn in. And you're like,
yeah.
Hey, I was in a
right
comic.
there. See? Don't you see the resemblance?
I mean,
maybe that'll be his Christmas gift this year.
Yeah. I'm drawn into a book. There you go.
I'm sorry, what, James?
I said, yes, a good gift. Have him drawn into a book.
Yeah, there you go.
But, oh, man, my eyes just went a little wonky there for a second. I don't know what happened. I did have another question here somewhere. But, let me take this off for a second so we can see everybody's lovely faces. Not that. I'm just trying to see which one looks better. This way we're all crammed in. The other way we're not.
Hi, everybody.
But do you have any other projects you're currently working on, or the company?
I'm always getting so many projects. I just finished before I started this Sword and the Sorcerer. I had one that is Doomsday TV. I finished that one. It was 3 books, and obviously there's a continuation of that, and I'm already working on book number 7.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm very. I'm a collector of books, a hoarder. Hoarder. I'm not kidding, because I have 5 books of another sci-fi project. It's called Project Noah's Ark, and that's gonna be for next year. And I just need to finish one last. The one that is next, besides, well, there's 2 that are coming at the same time. The Sword and the Sorcerer for Kickstarter, and I got a pinup book. It's called the Sexy Pinup Book Girls.
Oh, pinup! I thought you said peanut. I was like, sexy peanut girls.
Like, come on, you got to admit that Mr. Peanut's a little bit,
Yeah. I was like, this
I'm gonna
is
change the title now for that one. Yeah, basically models from Instagram in many different settings and as a pinup girls. I think I sent you the cover.
Yeah, I think you did. Let me check real quick. I have so much crap.
Well, anyway, so yeah, that's gonna be my next project. Probably next week, I'm gonna start the Indiegogo for that book, and it's 12 models and 12 peanuts in a comic book, so that's 24 pages. And we're gonna sell the calendars, prints, and T-shirts and hats. Sorry, that's it. That's gonna be the campaign. Yeah, that's the one over there.
Pinup girls, yeah.
And that one.
Good.
Sorry, what?
No, go ahead. I was going to say something, but go ahead.
Yeah, the other one is it's a project that I've been working for 2 years with Golden Tree Productions. It's called ETA. It's a samurai story. Basically, the story is it's like have you seen that movie with Carlos Montana? I forgot the. It's about a mobster who goes from nothing to being the kingpin. So basically, this story is the same. He goes from it's a samurai who goes from nothing, becoming the kingpin of samurais.
Okay.
It's like the Shogun.
Yeah, kind of like, and so but he's like a young guy. He starts from being a kid into how all the betrayals and how he became that. And that's eight issues. I'm working on number 6 right now. I'm about to finish it, and so that's gonna be a Kickstarter or Indiegogo pretty soon. But it's gonna be through the company, the
Golden Tree. You said
Golden Tree, yeah.
And then you have the Pinup Girls. You said that'll be out next month on Indiegogo.
This month, actually.
This month,
yeah, next week.
Next week. That's what it was. Next something.
Or by the end of the month. But yeah, it's gonna be this month. Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah.
I like it. All right. Let me see if I can figure out how to get us all back on here. I'm like I said, I'm terrible at this. There we go. Oh, there we are. Okay. So like I said, I've only done this 8 months, so I need a really long, big learning curve for this because I'm bad. But so a lot of times we have, like I have a friend whose daughter and her friends, just for an example, are want to get into comic books. They're 17 in high school, seniors in high school. So, like, what advice would you have for someone younger like that who wants to get into the business of creating comic books?
Well,
run fast.
That's why I say don't do it.
Well, they need to obviously learn. I mean, if it's about art, they need to practice every day. this is a very you sacrifice a lot because you have to practice all the time, every day, and you need to be constant of what you're doing. You need discipline, and it's very a very tough business because you don't make that much money.
Right.
So first of all, try to discourage them.
Well, I will. She's going to be on the show tomorrow. Actually, she's going to join us.
Well,
But her father, who I went to high school with, called me last night.
yeah,
I don't know if Scott's watching this, but I'm just gonna. And it was asking me some about the Joe Kubert School,
yeah,
and
that's a good one.
I told him it's good, but she makes sure that that is something that she definitely wants to do, because it's
Yeah.
not like going to another college where you're going to get all these other classes and in a year you can decide
Right.
to change majors. This is a college, a full-time school that you go and stay at. It's not like going to art school, your community
Very
college or
expensive
something.
too.
It's a real college. You go and stay in a dorm and you take classes all day that just focus on art. So if you're not sure if that's exactly what you want to do, that's not the school to go to.
But you
So,
can also take the course
yeah,
online.
yeah, I told him she can do the correspondence courses. You don't get as much, obviously. It's more like a watered down version of it, and you can do those. But
But it might be a good start to get a feel for it.
Yeah.
Whether or not if you handle this level, and you still want to do this, then are you ready for the next level?
Yeah. Well, listen to this. I have a group in Facebook. It's I teach to a lot of kids from Mexico or from everywhere. But they it's in Spanish.
Mm.
So the first thing that I tell them, like I said, is I try to discourage them at some point. But the way I do it is like, okay, you have to do this. Because my mentor, I studied under a Mexican legend, Oscar Gonzalez Loyo. He was very famous in Mexico, and he's been doing comics all his life. Recently died last year.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I just realized I
it
that
was very
banner.
sad. Actually, he died this year. Sorry, this year. But anyway, he used to tell me like, just do these incredible tasks of doing entire notebooks of sketches every week, one every week, and you can see that's how you weed them out. Like you can see if he's gonna do it, and you can see he's not gonna do it because he doesn't have the
passion,
passion or the
Dedication.
dedication, exactly, or yeah. So all these things, I immediately see who is gonna do it and who is not gonna do it, and I don't. It is not really a tough.
You can't see. I can't see any hands.
So yeah, you can see immediately, and then I kind of, it's not like I take preference, but kind of like I do a little bit.
Yeah,
like,
you know who to give the extra attention to.
Yeah, I know who wants to do it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's how I do it, and then I teach them the basics, and we don't go. It's a step by step. If we don't finish that step, we don't follow the next one. You need to know the basics, and that's the main thing. I never passed to the next level until I was ready. Yeah. And that's what artists nowadays they have. They go and they do pinups. They go and they sell them and they make money, but they will never become a comic book artist because they don't know how to do storytelling.
Yeah, yeah. That was one of the things I was telling. Like, you can learn how to draw and that's okay, but if you want to actually do interiors, it's so much more. Like when I was younger, I thought, oh, it's just drawing these pictures in squares.
Right.
And you learn that that's not what it is at all. Like I told him, I said you need to learn how to draw at certain angles so it draws the reader's eyes down the page as you're doing, where it's not just these random pictures thrown in boxes.
There's so much to learn. Like, you need to learn how to pace the story. You need to learn how to, like you said, the angles, the every gutter represents something. The spacing between the panels, every single thing represents something. Even the colors, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
And so you have to learn all that and put it all together in a page, or in a whole book too.
Yeah,
so
it's
it's
not
very
just
difficult.
throwing a bunch of heads talking in the pages. Yeah, so I mean that's something she's going to be on tomorrow. I have another show tomorrow night to get back on the right schedule because I missed last week. But
what I can tell her is that she needs to find someone, because at one point if she's doing it by herself at the beginning, he's gonna get stuck.
Yeah.
So she needs to find someone who can give her that a push, like teach her how to do whatever she's missing. She doesn't know what to do. That was my problem, where I knew how to draw, but then I was learning storytelling, but then I got stuck. I didn't know what to do. Like, I cannot pass that.
Yeah.
And that's when I found my mentor, and then he just completely teach me everything that I needed. And then when I was ready, he told me, like, well, let's go. I'm gonna take you to Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con, and then we're gonna find jobs. And that's how everything started from that. But he will not take me there if I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
And he's been done. He actually teach to Humberto Ramos and many other artists in the U.S. and working in the U.S. market, or in Europe too. So
very cool. I'm going to. Katrina always likes my silly questions, and so I'm gonna find one for you really quick if I can. I have a bunch of them written down.
okay.
But I'm going to tell you right now. How do you feel about Batman, Ozzy?
That's my how I feel about Batman. He's my hero.
Yeah, Katrina thinks he's overrated.
Whoa. Why? Maybe he.
This goes a lot better when the people are on my side. I'm just gonna say.
Maybe she doesn't understand the character well.
That's what it is. I've not seen any Batman movies. I just don't know Batman. That's my problem.
Yeah. I was talking about comics because the movies are not the best representation of Batman.
Mm.
Yeah, they take like one aspect of him and they just hammer on that one instead of like trying to like the whole thing. And that's why you'll have an actor who's like a really good Bruce Wayne, but he stinks at Batman, or a really good Batman, but he's not Bruce Wayne. It's really hard to. And I think a lot of the movies focus on Bruce Wayne being Batman when that's not it. He's Batman who pretends to be Bruce Wayne, and they kind of lose that.
Bruce Wayne died in that alley.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know that. I'm all confused. So, obviously, since we were talking about who's the most overrated superhero, who would you say is the most underrated superhero?
Let me see. Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle is underrated, but they haven't done much with him. I think there's talks about a TV show.
Yeah, I think he's. I don't know. I did see that they're talking about somebody playing him. I don't know if it's in Titans or if he's actually going to have his own show on HBO Max.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did see that a couple weeks ago.
that's a really good character.
Yeah, it's the young version of him that was
Well,
on.
They've done many versions, but
Yeah,
the one I like the one where he's like really funny, really. Um, it's just like a comedy, basically.
yeah. Like, well, they have, they have the younger one that was on, like, that cartoon, Young Justice, the one that is the young Latino kid, and then they have the older one that's
Right. The blonde guy.
Yeah, the one he's actually in that comic DC's doing now, the blue and gold.
Right.
Yeah, with Booster Gold.
Yeah, that pair is really good. The Booster Gold.
Blue Beater. Yeah, Booster Gold.
Yeah, those two are really good. Can't think right now. You put me on the spot. Underrated.
And it's hard now because it seems like everybody and their brother has been like on a show or in a movie now.
Right.
At some point. So it's like try to think of somebody who's not really.
I'll stick with my standard answer, the Wonder Twins.
Yeah, that's right, the Wonder Twins.
That's a good one, yeah. And it can be a like a kids show, and it can be for the whole family. It can be really good. Yeah,
they had their little run here like a year, well, it's probably longer than a year ago now, when Bendis first came over to DC and they did that Wonder Comics or whatever he was doing, and they had the Wonder Twins book, and then they joined Young Justice, and then Young Justice got canceled. So that was the last we heard of the Wonder Twins. But I don't know who I would like.
Hal Jordan is also. I mean, the Green Lantern.
Yeah,
I mean, either of the Green Lanterns are so underrated too.
Yeah, I think Hal Jordan's that one that's just waiting to break through. You know what I mean? Like they tease the Green Lantern all the time, and we're just like not getting it.
But he needs to be fighting gods in another universe or like a huge things because he has the most powerful weapon in the universe. How can he be in Earth trying to punch like guys?
I don't remember who it was the one day said that the Green Lantern is just a guy with a 3D printer.
Yeah.
So I mean,
that's a good description. Yeah.
He can make anything he wants.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. I would say it's so tough for me because there's just so many.
Oh, Fantastic Four.
Yeah, well, they got their movie coming out in the next couple of years, supposedly. So I'm sure that'll kick them up. I'd say a couple of years ago, before Disney got them back, they were really they didn't even have a comic book then. Like, they were really...
Right. They stopped that one for a while.
Yeah, because Disney didn't want to give Fox any new material.
Right.
So they got rid of the Fantastic Four and tried to push the Inhumans as the new X-Men.
What a mistake.
Yeah.
And that's another one that I love, the Inhumans.
Yeah.
They could be the next X-Men.
But then Marvel jamming them down our throats, and then that horrendous TV show.
Wow, what an awful thing they did.
Yeah, because I remember that was supposed to be a movie in the MCU, and then they decided to make it a show, and it was horrible.
Really awful. I couldn't finish it, actually. I just watched the first one and part of the second one, and nope.
Medusa's terrible wig.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, well, I think we're going to wrap it up right about an hour. So this will be a great time to get out of here. Tell everybody where they can find you here in the interwebs, Ozzy, so they can look up your stuff. And
you can find me on any social network under my name or Gemini Comics. Also, you can find my project on Indiegogo right now. Next week is going to be on Kickstarter, the same Sword and the Sorcerer. And the other project is going to be we're going to switch. I'm going to put it Indiegogo, the sexy pinup girls, and you can just Google my name, and then you can find a list of all the things that I've done, all the companies that I work for, and that's it, I guess.
Nice. Well, thanks for coming to hang out with us here
No,
in the alley.
thank you.
I tell everybody, you want to come back, you're more than welcome. Katrina has been on so many times; she's become my co-host. So this is officially her 6th time on the show. So she's
All right.
almost been on the show more times than I think anybody's been on Saturday Night Live. So she's hosted more times than any hosts. But well, again, thanks for stopping by. We'll go ahead and make sure we share out all your links for the project, the Sword and the Sorcerer. And if we should see if we can find it to watch somewhere, because I'm sure it's streaming somewhere.
Which one? The movie?
The movie, yes.
The movie is actually on YouTube for free.
Free. See, there we go. It's good to anyone who wants to get caught up on the movie before you read the book. Head on over to YouTube, and you can find that The Sword and the Sorcerer.
Yeah.
Again, thanks, Ozzy, for stopping by.
Thank you.
And talk to you again.
Bye.
Bye-bye. And guess we're done for the night. So you sent out all your books this week, huh?
I have
all the 5. You said.
I think it's actually 4. I think I miscounted. I have one person who has told me multiple times they're going to fill out their survey and haven't filled out their survey. I'm like, please fill out your survey. And then I've got 3 that I'm
waiting. Get their address and send it to them.
Yeah.
Just give me your address already.
Just you know what? Just PM me your address. We'll call it good. Yeah. I actually had to text a friend of mine saying, please fill out your survey. And he's like, why? You know my address. It's like, would you please fill it out so they're all in one location? I'm not looking through files. But then I've got 3 that have either the keychain or the figurine attached to them. And those have been shipped to me, but they're not here yet. So as soon as they're here, they'll get boxed up and out the door.
So I should be getting mine in a few days, is what you're saying?
You should be. They all went out yesterday.
And you know what story I'm reading first, right?
I betcha. I was gonna say, I'm trying to see if I have the right stickers tucked in this book. I do.
There you go.
There's the Rocky sticker. I made sure you got one.
All right. It'll go right here in the back of my laptop. Along with my Scarlet Witch sticker and my Boba Fett sticker.
Yeah, so they all went out. I did send them media mail, but still, that shouldn't take too long. It really shouldn't. So,
yesterday I got home from the doctor's, and my nephew's, you got a big yellow package on your desk. I'm like, what would I get a big yellow package from? But it was a Kickstarter, and I didn't know that I got like these giant prints and stuff with it too.
And yeah. My prints that I did with mine are
they'll fit like in with the book.
Yeah, they fit. Yeah, you can see they fit. They tuck right inside. They're 5x7 prints.
Yeah, this was my big yellow.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Envelope. So I was like, "What is in that?" I got all excited, and then I was like, "Oh." No, I was still excited, but I just thought it was.
Yeah.
I was like, it's like someone send me artwork. Like I got excited. No, of course.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of to the point where if people have giant prints, I'm like, please don't send them to me. I know they're really awesome, but I have nowhere.
Yeah.
I've got art that's doubled and tripled in the frames because I just don't have space right now.
I have space. I can't get up there to hang stuff up anymore. So, I got all this stuff just laying around. Eventually, I'll get to it. But so tomorrow night we have 2 guests. Well, 3 guests, I guess. If you're here, if you're not, oh well. But Nog Park will be here.
I don't think I know them.
You don't know Nog?
I don't think so.
She's going to be here. She's mainly a cover artist, and she also did work on Game of Thrones in seasons 3 through 7. She was part of the design She did designs and stuff for them.
Okay.
And then I'm on the wrong book, and I'm gonna mess up her name. She's from like someplace else.
Someplace else, huh?
I do know, but my brain just isn't working right now. Philippines.
Okay.
Amvu, I think her name is. She's gonna be here. They're gonna be on tomorrow night. One is and Mog is from San Francisco. So when we start at 9, it's gonna be like 7 there or something like that. 6.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for on, it's gonna be like 3 in the afternoon. So
yeah. Better than 3 in the morning.
Yeah, exactly. Because I've had other people from the UK where it's like Rich, and it's 4 in the morning, and he's like, "Dude, I need to go."
Dude, I'm so tired.
So we'll be back tomorrow. Oh, geez, what the heck? People just typing now. Is this a double? It is a double.
It is a double header, and it's even a true double header. We're not cutting it short.
Yes. So with it's a full show. And never mind, I got my answers.
Well, we told you anyway, so there.
Right. Yeah, and then I can't. My brain just fried. You were on the show when Scott's daughter was on with us for Ladies' Night. She's gonna be back, so she can talk to those ladies too. To get.
All right.
It's always good to have, if you're a female artist, kind of get some words from female artists.
Yeah.
Because they know it's. I mean, it's a little bit easier for a guy to make it in this world than it is for women.
It is, yeah. And I think, as you said, it's important that she finds a good art mentor.
Yes, exactly. I had to do that. Like, I puddled around and tried to teach myself stuff, and it just doesn't work.
It's a lot easier if you have somebody who knows what they're doing and can say, yeah, this is where you're off, or this is where you're doing great. This is what you need to do next.
Yeah, because you'll always have those people tell you your crap looks good.
Right, yeah.
And are afraid to tell you it's
crap. How many times have we seen American Idol contestants,
go
in those early rounds? Their families told them they're wonderful, but...
Oh, you're such a great singer. And I sing in church every Sunday. Well, I went to church with some people who sang in church every Sunday, too. And I know there was cats outside, like, singing.
Well, I'm sure the Lord appreciated it.
Yes.
Maybe we didn't quite so much.
That's right. But so we'll be back again tomorrow at the same bat time. Whatever they used to say.
Same bat time, same bat time.
Yes, exactly. With our great hosts or guests tomorrow, we'll have some fun, and we'll talk some more silly questions. And
if I'm here, I'll be thrown under the bus again.
Maybe not. It's women. There'll be women, so I won't do this. And who knows? It might take over our hour because I'll have 2 people talking.
That's true.
Twice the questions to ask. And why does my computer do this every once in a while? It just like opens up this weather box all by itself. I don't know. But
I want you to know that it's hot out.
I guess it's 71 and cloudy here.
Oh well, it's 77 and clear here. But inside my house, it's pushing 80 degrees, and the humidity is what's so bad.
Yes,
and my air conditioner just died, and
my allergies.
I'm very sad about this, guys. Because if it's too hot, I don't. You guys know how it is. If it's too hot, you don't sleep, and then you're not productive at all. And
I'm either too hot or too cold at night because I have a fan that blows on me.
I have a fan, but it's just not enough. It feels like
enough.
It's blowing kind of warm air.
Never enough. All right. Well, we're going to get out of here, people, because I'm sure we're boring you by now just talking about our air conditioning and fans.
Now, come on. They care. I know they care. I believe in you people. You care.
Yeah. So, so get out there and support some local comic creators, some authors.
Check out some local conventions.
Yes, back while we still can before they take them away from us
again. Before they snag them away, get out there while you can.
And
wear your mask, get your vaccine, be safe.
Yeah. All right, Jimmy Fallon, or whoever. One of those guys always say that at night. We love you. Wear your masks, wash your hands,
Spay and neuter your pets.
Yes. Yeah. What she said. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye, guys.